Pope Francis, A Journey of Humility and Hope. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to share the inspiring story of Pope Francis, the leader of the Roman Catholic Church and a global symbol of compassion, humility, and faith. His life is a testament to the power of love, service, and unwavering commitment to humanity. From his modest beginnings in Argentina to becoming the first pope from the Americas, Pope Francis has touched millions of hearts with his actions and words. Pope Francis's journey reminds us that true leadership is rooted in humility and service. His story is a beacon of hope, showing how kindness and understanding can bridge divides and create a better world. Let's dive into his remarkable life and explore the milestones that define his legacy. Early life in Argentina. Pope Francis was born as Jorge Mario Bergoglio on December 17, 1936, in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He was the eldest of 5 children in a devout Catholic family of Italian descent. His father, Mario, worked as a railway worker, and his mother, Regina, was a homemaker. Despite their modest means, the family's home was filled with love, faith, and strong values. Young Jorge grew up in a vibrant and multicultural neighborhood where he learned the importance of empathy and community. He enjoyed soccer, a passion shared by many Argentinians, and often played with friends in the streets. Despite his love for sports, Jorge was deeply introspective and showed an early interest in spiritual matters. Tragedy struck at the age of 21 when Jorge developed a severe lung infection that required surgery to remove part of his lung. This challenging experience deepened his faith and strengthened his resolve to dedicate his life to God. It was during this time that he felt a calling to the priesthood, a decision that would shape his future. Jorge's early years were marked by perseverance. He worked briefly as a chemical technician and a bar bouncer to support himself before entering the seminary. These humble beginnings instilled in him a strong work ethic and a deep understanding of the struggles faced by ordinary people. Answering the call. In 1958, Jorge joined the Society of Jesus, commonly known as the Jesuits, a Catholic religious order known for its emphasis on education, social justice, and missionary work. As a novice, he immersed himself in rigorous spiritual training and academic studies, focusing on philosophy and theology. During his time with the Jesuits, Jorge's humility, intelligence, and compassion stood out. He was deeply moved by the plight of the poor and marginalized in Argentina, often volunteering in slums and working to uplift underprivileged communities. These experiences shaped his understanding of social justice and the role of the Church in addressing inequality. In 1969, Jorge was ordained as a priest. He quickly gained a reputation as a thoughtful and approachable leader, balancing scholarly pursuits with hands-on service. By 1973, he was appointed provincial superior of the Jesuits in Argentina, a role that required him to guide and oversee the order's activities during a tumultuous period in the country's history. As a Jesuit leader, Jorge demonstrated a profound commitment to fostering unity and spiritual growth among his peers. He emphasized the importance of prayer, reflection, and action, encouraging others to live out their faith in meaningful ways. Navigating challenges during the Dirty War. Argentina's Dirty War, 1976 to 1983, was a period of political turmoil marked by human rights abuses and state-sponsored violence. As a prominent Jesuit leader, Jorge faced immense challenges in navigating the Church's role during this time. He worked quietly but tirelessly to protect those targeted by the regime, providing refuge and advocating for justice. Jorge's actions during the Dirty War remain a topic of debate, but many accounts highlight his courage in saving lives while maintaining the safety of his order. He provided shelter to those in danger and facilitated safe passage for individuals fleeing persecution. These experiences further solidified his commitment to peace, reconciliation, and standing up for the voiceless. Despite the risks, Jorge's unwavering faith guided his decisions. He often spoke about the importance of forgiveness and healing, emphasizing the need for dialogue and understanding in resolving conflicts. Becoming Archbishop of Buenos Aires. In 1998, Jorge Mario Bergoglio was appointed Archbishop of Buenos Aires. In this role, he became known for his simple lifestyle and accessibility. He chose to live in a modest apartment instead of the opulent archbishop's residence, cooked his own meals, and used public transportation. These actions endeared him to the people and reflected his belief in living humbly. As archbishop, he prioritized outreach to the poor, focusing on housing, education, and healthcare initiatives. His work extended to interfaith dialogue, where he fostered relationships with leaders of other religions to promote understanding and unity. Jorge's dedication to serving others earned him widespread respect and admiration. Under his leadership, the Archdiocese of Buenos Aires became a hub of social and spiritual renewal. He championed initiatives to combat poverty, advocated for workers' rights, and supported programs for at-risk youth. His efforts inspired hope in communities struggling with economic and social challenges. In 2001, Pope John Paul II elevated him to the rank of cardinal. Despite this recognition, Cardinal Bergoglio remained grounded, continuing his mission to serve the marginalized and uphold the values of compassion and humility. Election as Pope. The world was forever changed on March 13, 2013, when Cardinal Jorge Mario Bergoglio was elected the 266th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church. He chose the name Francis in honor of Saint Francis of Assisi, symbolizing his dedication to humility, peace, and care for the poor and the environment. He became the first pope from the Americas, the first Jesuit pope, and the first non-European pope in over 1,200 years. From the very beginning, Pope Francis's leadership style was refreshingly different. He emphasized inclusivity, mercy, and a church that serves rather than judges. His choice to forego traditional papal luxuries, such as residing in the Apostolic Palace, sent a powerful message about his commitment to simplicity and service. Pope Francis's election opened a new chapter for the Church. His Jesuit background and Argentine experience shaped his unique global outlook. He embraced his role with a strong sense of responsibility, tackling modern challenges. Key initiatives and teachings. Pope Francis has used his papacy to address some of the most pressing issues of our time. Here are some of his key initiatives and teachings. 1. Environmental stewardship. In 2015, Pope Francis released Laudato Si, an encyclical on environmental care, urging humanity to protect our common home. His call to action resonated globally, highlighting the moral imperative to combat climate change. 2. Social justice. Pope Francis consistently advocates for the poor, refugees, and marginalized communities. He has criticized economic systems that perpetuate inequality and urged leaders to prioritize human dignity over profit. 3. Interfaith dialogue. Building bridges between religions is a cornerstone of his papacy. From meeting with Islamic leaders to fostering relationships with Jewish and Orthodox Christian communities, Pope Francis champions unity and mutual respect. 4. Synodality. He has encouraged greater participation within the Church, emphasizing listening and collaboration. This approach aims to make the Church more inclusive and attuned to the needs of its members. 5. Reform. Pope Francis has taken steps to address corruption and abuse within the Church, implementing measures to ensure accountability and transparency. Challenges and criticism. Despite his widespread popularity, Pope Francis has faced criticism from various quarters. Some conservative factions within the Church view his progressive stance on issues like climate change, immigration, and LGBTQ+ rights as controversial. Additionally, efforts to address the clergy abuse crisis have been scrutinized, with calls for more decisive action. However, Pope Francis remains steadfast in his mission, balancing tradition with the need for reform. His ability to inspire dialogue and bring diverse perspectives to the table underscores his role as a unifying figure in a polarized world. Pope Francis often reminds us that challenges are an inherent part of leadership. He encourages others to persevere in the face of adversity, emphasizing the importance of faith and resilience in overcoming obstacles. A global symbol of hope. Pope Francis's impact extends far beyond the Catholic Church. His messages of love, compassion, and care for creation resonate with people of all faiths and backgrounds. Whether embracing a child with a disability, washing the feet of prisoners, or addressing world leaders, his actions embody the teachings of Christ. Under his leadership, the Church has renewed its focus on being a force for good in the world. His humility and authenticity have made him a beloved figure, inspiring countless individuals to lead lives of service and kindness. Pope Francis's efforts to address global challenges, from poverty to climate change, highlight his vision for a more just and sustainable future. His words and deeds encourage individuals and communities to work together for the common good. Legacy and influence. Pope Francis's life story is a powerful reminder that true greatness lies in serving others. From his early days in Buenos Aires to his role as a global leader, his journey reflects a deep commitment to faith, humanity, and hope. As we reflect on his legacy, let us take inspiration from his example and strive to make our world a more compassionate and inclusive place. Pope Francis' story shows that no matter where we come from, we all have the potential to make a difference through love, humility, and unwavering faith. That's the story of Pope Francis, a leader whose life and work remind us of the boundless power of compassion and the enduring strength of the human spirit.